Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here for another one of those weekly trophy list updates. Today's date is Monday, July 12th, 2021. So this will have covered the week of July 6th through 11th, or 5th through 11th? 5th through 11th, that's correct. So, of 2021. There was medium progress this week, though I will go ahead and say that on the division, I am currently in not necessarily a boosting group, but I've reached out on PSN profiles looking for people that would be willing to help me and carry me through it. So my hope is that I'm going to actually finally be able to get through it. I don't know how many more extractions I need. I assume it's a lot, but I could be wrong. But yeah, hopefully I will be able to actually start working on that over the next couple weeks and actually manage to end up finishing it someday. So if I can get someone that can carry me through it, I think I can get through it. I just can't seem to do it solo. I mean, some people say it's easier solo, but I cannot do it solo. I don't have any of the strategies down, and I get screwed over by bad luck sometimes. But now that I know it's still possible to get into servers in certain ways, then I'm less worried about it. So you might have noticed that I actually scrolled down on my trophy list because Fallout 76 got a new DLC for the Steel Rain DLC. This was really surprising to me because Steel Dawn didn't get DLC, the Brewing update, the Sheep Squatch update, none of the other DLCs got updates except for Wastelanders, which made sense because it was a massive update and a massive overhaul of the game and the whole tutorial and stuff. But Steel Rain got DLC? I really don't understand the choice on that one. But from what I've heard, it doesn't seem to be too difficult. You just have to complete the new storyline, which I think is only like 5 more missions added on to the original Steel Dawn storyline if you haven't done it already. So just complete the story, earn the top tier reward from a daily op, which if it comes down to it, I could always do that in co-op. It would be a whole lot easier. I'm sure I could get help with that if I need to, but I want to give it a few tries first and see how it is. And then crafting the mods is just going to take some time to get the resources. I might already have some of the materials needed for this though, so I don't think it's going to be too bad. It might take a little bit of time to grind the remaining stuff, but I don't think it's going to be terrible. Now, as for games I actually worked on this week, there were a total of 5 for us to talk about. So the first one is Super Box Land Demake. This is both the North American PS4 and North American PS Vita versions. This is a very quick and easy Ratalaika puzzle game. All you have to do is push boxes around and make them get onto special platforms to open up the gates. That's all you have to do. It's very simple. Now, you are going to want to follow a guide because you do have to beat a good number of the levels in this game. I think it's 40 levels you have to beat. Yeah, you have to beat 40 of the 100 levels, so you are probably going to want to follow a guide for some of those later levels, especially like 21 through 40. You're definitely going to want a guide. It's going to speed up your process a whole lot. However, after level 20, you go through this random, like, scrolling shooter section where you're in a plane and shooting at bombs and balloons. So technically both these trophies are missable. It's extremely unlikely that you would miss them, but just note that at the end of level 20, you're going to go into this little transition sequence where you get both of these trophies. You have a co-op trophy, but you don't need 2 controllers to do it. You just hit triangle to bring in a second character. Do this on the very first level. Again, this is a trophy for the very first level of the game. You're gonna rewind naturally while playing through the game when you make a mistake inevitably, but as long as you play it on easy, you have infinite rewind, so there's really nothing to worry about. And then you just have to complete 40 levels, so very simple, quick, easy, reasonably interesting Platinum trophy. Certainly not the worst game out there I've ever played. Good, simple, little, casual puzzle game. Now, this version of the game took me about 45 minutes. Yeah, that's about right. This one took me about 45 minutes, while the Vita version only took me about 40-ish, or less than 40 minutes, I think 39 minutes. And you can certainly do it faster if you already knew all the solutions. You could probably do it in under half an hour if you really knew what you're doing. Actually, if you played it in co-op, you might be able to do it even faster because each person could push one box at a time. So maybe that's how people get it really fast. But yeah, there's not much more to say about it. It's a super simple, quick, easy puzzle game. Nothing much to worry about with it. It's one that's more worth playing. I can't really complain. Quick, easy, platinum. Then we have Memory Lane. Now, this is the North American version. I believe it's a North American and a European version, and this is a very, very quick and easy platinum trophy. All it is matching tiles. That's all it is, just a memory matching game, and it's a very easy memory matching game. Now, when you make a mistake, you lose 50 points. Whenever you get a match, you gain, like, starting at 100-something points. But if you start getting multiple matches in a row, you're going to get a combo going, and you're going to get more and more points at a time. So to get the Platinum Trophy, the trophies don't specifically say how many points you need. But I do know that this final trophy unlocks when you hit 20,000 points. So I assume it's approximately every 1,000 points or so. Maybe these bronzes are like less than that, maybe like 100, 500, 1,000, so 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. No, actually, it looks like you probably get one trophy for every 1,000, so that's probably what it is. Okay. So basically just score 20,000 points though, and you will get your Platinum Trophy. It's just simple memory matching. You can do it in 5 minutes. A little bit of the time for this platinum depends on how lucky you get with like the very beginning of a puzzle and managing to maybe get lucky and match multiple things instantly at the very beginning and keep a combo going. That's how you would be able to do it a little bit faster. But I mean, obviously it's a very quick, easy platinum trophy. You can do it in under 10 minutes. Anyone should be able to do it in under 10 minutes. It's really, there's not much more to say. It's just a memory matching game. That's all it is. There's not really much more else to say. There is a second one of these games, though, and I think the second one is actually even easier, which is kind of crazy. Next up, I'm working on an Artifacts Monday game, but I was too lazy to go back and finish it on Sunday after starting it on Saturday, so that's my bad. But for this Platinum Trophy, it's pretty typical Artifacts Monday, so I believe that everything through here... Let's see, yeah, everything through here is an unmissable story-related trophy, I think. That these are all unmissable story-related trophies, presumably. So, a bunch of story-related trophies in this game. It's one of those Artifacts Monday games with more trophies where you get a bunch of them for, finishing the story and completing everything in it. Then you have your typical hidden object puzzle trophies. You have to complete a hidden object puzzle without a hint, which is very easy. You actually have to complete 3 in a row without a hint, or just 3 in general without a hint, and that's not going to be a problem. I mean, that's very typical for Artifacts Monday. This is one of the Artifacts Monday games you can play on the easiest difficulty, which is really, really nice. I absolutely love that they do that at times because it makes the platinums even faster and easier. 3 objects in 3 seconds is usually very easy. It's no different in this game. A mini game in less than a minute is basically unmissable. There's numerous mini games that are really short. Hidden object puzzle in under a minute is, of course, very easy because you can just spam click around the map on this one. Now, this one's going to be just a little bit trickier. Hidden object puzzle without a mistake, because not being able to make any mistakes is just annoying because you might, you think that you clicked on the target, but you didn't, and the game didn't register it that way. And I will say that I have not been enjoying this Artifacts Monday game quite as much because I feel like there's a lot more hidden object puzzles, and that they have some really strangely hidden objects that constantly phase in and out of existence to where they're only available 50% of the time to pick up. So, like, there was one where I had, like, a button left, and I clicked every single place on the screen, only to realize that sometimes it's a button, and sometimes it's, like, a target on a training dummy, because it changes to different objects. So, like I said, not been a big fan of the way this game plays with all of that. Maybe it's just me, maybe I just wasn't in the best mood while playing it so far, but honestly, I don't really think that this is one of the more fun games just because of the way some of the puzzles work. So as for the remaining trophies, though, all mini-games without skipping is pretty typical. There are quite a few collectibles in this game because I think that there are 3 different types. There's 12 runes you have to find, which might be story-related. There are, I want to say, 20 collectible coins and maybe 20 collectible eggs. It might not be 20 eggs. I think it might be 15 eggs. So there's a good bit of collectibles in this game, so you're going to want to follow a guide, not just for beating it, but definitely for the collectibles. Now, you have this trophy, which is a little bit unusual. Finish 3 hidden object puzzles in less than 10 minutes. I think it just means finish 3 hidden object puzzles in a total of 10 minutes between the puzzles, not 10 minutes of real life time from where you complete the first puzzle all the way through when you complete the third one. Like, it only counts the time that you spend in the puzzles is what I'm trying to get at. I think that's how this works. I mean, most people seem to have this trophy, so presumably it's something like that. You also have to finish 5 minigames without skipping, but you have to finish all the minigames without skipping, so that's kind of irrelevant. And then, of course, all of the collectible eggs and coins, as well as the runes, which don't have a trophy, but I think there are 12 of them. They might be story-related. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on this game. I'm maybe, like, halfway through it, so I can finish it off in another, like, hour and a half one day this coming week is probably going to be the plan. And finally, I've been working on Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, and as you can see, the only things I had left were Banned Footage Volume 1 and 2, and Banned Footage Volume 2 is complete. And I gotta say, this went a lot better than I expected it to. So, back earlier last week, I was playing Survival Plus 21 Survival Plus mode, and me and Ghost were actually talking during it, and I was like, being able to give play-by-play updates of whenever the game tries to cheat you. But I did it first try, which I'm really shocked about. Like, I don't know if I had done it years ago and tried it for the first time, but this version, I did it first try, which I'm shocked about. Now, the thing is that if you have some basic knowledge of playing with cards and probabilities and stuff, knowing that there's only 11 cards in the deck, numbered 1 through 11, and your goal is to get 21, you can definitely tip the odds in your favor. However, the problem is that the AI definitely cheats a little bit with some of the cards they get to use, the trump cards specifically. They'll just get ridiculously overpowered cards that just are kind of unfair. Like on the very last battle, I was gonna win it. Like, I easily was gonna win it. I used up like 3 or 4 attack up cards that would have ended the battle because I had an unbeatable hand. And what does the AI do? They play some ridiculous trump card that ends the round and starts a new one. So basically I lost all of my cards during that. A lot of my good trump cards. Now, I didn't take that much damage though. I think I got hurt like 4 times total. So, not too bad, and I also got lucky enough to not have to fight the Mrs. Big Head or whatever they are, the really tough, like, fish head boss. Thankfully, I didn't have to deal with that boss, and if I had, I probably would have not been able to get through it because I know that that's, like, a brutal fight to do. But thankfully, I did get through everything else in this, so was just glad to have that done. I mean, it's not overly difficult. It's just really heavily luck-based with both what cards you get and what trump cards you get and what trump cards the AI chooses to play. So it definitely requires some luck, and it's also pretty time-consuming. It took well over an hour to get through all 10 opponents. So I don't like that they made a trophy for this particular mode or this mode in general, but at least I got it and got done with it. I did Daughters a few years ago. These are very easy because all you really have to do is just complete the 2 different endings in this little DLC story. It's very simple. Survival mode and Standard 21 are both very easy. And then you have the trophies for Jack's 55th birthday, which is not the easiest thing in the world, but once you get a little bit of practice in, it's nothing much to worry about. So I delivered all the different types of food when I was first going for this DLC. That was pretty easy, because there's only like 19 different kinds of food and combinations you have to do. This one might come naturally, actually. You have to get an S rank or higher on all stages. The only stage that really gave me any trouble was the final one, Main House 2. But once I got a good rhythm and good pathing down, I was able to get it and, watch some video guides of it. I was able to get it after a few tries then. As for the 10-minute time bonus, this one, basically you just have to rack up a ton of bonus time by killing enemies. And you don't even have to get a good ranking on it. You just have to finish it with a total of 10 minutes or more bonus time. I finished with like 12 minutes of bonus time, so it's very easy. Just focus on killing enemies, running circles around the map, killing the enemies, and try to get a good time bonus going from using the 2 special laser weapons, like the blue handgun and the red handgun that give you a ton more bonus time when you kill stuff. Just try to use up those and then just use up all of the extras that you get from getting the S ranks on all the levels, and you shouldn't have much of a problem. I mean, overall, I'd say this DLC is like a 4-ish out of 10, mostly due to, yes, Jack's 55th birthday takes a little bit of time to get used to, but it's not overly difficult. And 21 Survival Plus is, of course, kind of BS-y at times, but it's possible for sure. It's not really difficult. It's just both time-consuming and random. And I just got lucky with it. Now, as for banned footage volume 1, this can go suck my nuts. Ethan Must Die is the worst fucking game mode I have ever fucking played in a video game. I don't usually curse in these videos much, but I am just so over this stupid game mode. I cannot do it. I swear I think they've made it impossible in 2021, because there was an update for the game in 2021. I swear I think they've made it impossible because nothing behaves the way that the video guides show it. And I've been able to get a solid strategy down at this point to where I can get I can usually get pretty far through the map just consistently, just based on the strategy, but the problem then comes from the fact that your gear is randomized every time, and you can get completely screwed over. Like, you can play it almost perfectly, but you can end up with no healing items because the game refuses to give you any healing items, and you get hit by some kind of BS, like a fat, molded guy shooting you through a wall, because that has happened before. You can have issues like that. And then, so far, I've gone to the greenhouse twice on my 2 most recent playthroughs, and both times Marguerite doesn't behave anything like she does in the videos. She just slams the ground and one-hit kills you. That's literally all that happens, is that she just comes within like 50 feet of you, slams the ground once, and it instant kills you. That doesn't happen in any of these old video guides, so they definitely changed something and made it basically impossible to do. So unless someone has some insane, bizarre strategy, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I honestly don't know, and I'm going to possibly have to do something I never wanted to do and rely on SharePlay to get through it or something like that, because I honestly don't think I can do it. I don't think it's possible anymore. At least for me, because they behave differently for me than literally everyone else on the internet that has made video guides. And like I said, I've gotten to where I can reasonably consistently get all the way to the greenhouse now, because a lot of the enemy positions aren't really randomized, but you can still get just randomly screwed over by an attack somehow managing to hit you when it shouldn't, just not having reasonable weapons. I usually tend to get screwed over a little bit with the first fat molded, just because sometimes he shoots you through a wall and instant kills you, or through the little table thing in that room. That one has screwed me over. Then I used to lose a lot in the generator room, but that doesn't really happen much anymore now that I've got a strategy down for that. Then, let's see, there's nothing much to worry about, again, until you get to the 2 with the red fire barrel right before you drop down the stairs. Like that one, sometimes the strategy of knocking the other one through the railing doesn't work. Sometimes he just doesn't behave like he's supposed to. Then you get to the room where you pick up the garden or greenhouse key, and sometimes that one doesn't behave properly, where the enemies just walk in a weird random direction and are impossible to kill because they move out of the path of the turret out of nowhere, even though you're standing in the right spot. It just doesn't make sense a lot of the time, and it's just really getting to a point where it's pissing me off. Now, to be fair, I used to never even be able to reach the greenhouse, so I've got a much better strategy down, and I'm much better at the mode, but I just keep getting screwed over by stuff that I swear no one else has ever shown having happened to them in video guides, so I don't know what's going on with it. As for Night Terror, I haven't given significant attempts to this one yet. Nightmare really isn't that bad, but Night Terror, it's not easy. It's definitely tough, and I've definitely been struggling quite a bit with it. I can't get past the second wave on Night Terror, but what I can do is, if I ultimately decide that I'm just not going to be able to put up with this game mode that much, what I might just do is farm points for a number of hours until I can get the infinite ammo ability, because at that point it's obviously not even going to be difficult. But I mean, that's going to take a long time to farm to, and I'm not entirely sure I want to put the time into it. Maybe, I mean, I'm going to keep trying it and see if maybe I can get it without ever having to grind for that. Hopefully I can, but it's just more, I need to learn the way this game mode works is the thing. Like, I don't have that good of knowledge of it compared to some of the others. So it's certainly possible I'm just dumb with this particular mode. But this mode, fuck off to whoever made Ethan Must Die, because they don't deserve to ever develop a game again. So, let's go ahead and sync up our trophies. Level 729, 58%, 20,693 total trophies, 516 platinums, 3,051 golds, 5,570 silvers, 11,556 bronzes. So, plans for the upcoming week. I'm sure I'll grab at least one easy platinum. I would love to be able to finish Resident Evil 7, but like I said, I don't think it's going to be possible because I truly believe that the game has chosen to screw me and make it impossible for me or for anyone trying to go for Ethan Must Die in 2021. The Division, maybe. We'll see if I get a chance to work on that. I honestly have no idea. We'll see if that group is capable of carrying me through it because I just cannot deal with that mode. And then Fallout 76, maybe I'll go play it this week or maybe I'll wait a little bit longer. I don't know yet because I am going to be fairly busy this week. It's my girlfriend's birthday on Wednesday, which it's a very easy day to remember because her birthday is the same day as the channel anniversary. So it's very easy to remember. So that's kind of nice. But we'll be hanging out on Tuesday, so the day before, because other plans on Wednesday. And then over the weekend, I'm going to be fairly busy also with her because we're going to be, hanging out, going downtown some, and drinking a lot. And I probably won't be behind the computer too much. Well, no, Friday I'll probably be online. The stream will probably just be a little bit later. Saturday, don't plan on it. So we'll see how all that works. Hopefully I can still get some videos up, get another 1 to 2 Aruba vlogs. I really need to upload another cooking video. It's been too long. But in terms of gaming and trophy progress, probably continue, maybe try Resident Evil 7 some more. I want to give it a few more tries before I completely write it off, but I just don't see it happening. The Division, we'll see if I can, get help with that. And then Fallout 76, maybe. We'll see if we have time for it. And then otherwise, just work on some easy platinums so that I can get Battlefield 5 as 550 and get that out of my library and get that out of my backlog. The next big multiplayer game I'm planning on grinding and boosting for is going to be Battlefield 4. I am looking forward to that. I think the game's going to be pretty fun. Lizard Guy swears by it being like the best Battlefield game. It'd be nice to have it done before to have that done, have all the numbered Battlefield games done before 6 comes out. Because I've done 1 to 100%, 3 to 100%, I'll soon have 5 done to 100%, and then also have 4 done. So that'd be kind of cool to have all those games done, just the numbered series, even though I'll never do Hardline or Bad Company 1 and 2 or like 1943 or whatever that one's called. But yeah, that's the sort of current plans for this week. So like I said, probably won't be much in the way of streaming, probably on Friday, but a little bit later and not on Saturday. Videos should be fairly normal though, normal schedule. Hopefully actually be able to get another cooking video up. Probably going to have another challenge run up soon because I've got it basically done. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell if you haven't already, and I will see you for the next video.